Hi, Charles SirBookSage here, and I am back after a multi-week hiatus with a book haul. I figured, why not just dive right back into this whole booktube thing now that my schedule's starting to get a little back to normal with a book haul. And I've got some really cool books I'm excited about to show you here. Some of these I've had on pre-order for a while, and I've been waiting on them. They've finally come in. The first one is one I am really super excited about, and that is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, the third book in her Shades of Magic trilogy. I've read A Darker Shade of Magic, absolutely loved it, one of my favorite reads of 2017. And I bought A Gathering of Shadows at the same time. I got them both on trade paperback. And I've been waiting for the trade paperback of this one to come out. And now I have it. And super excited. Now I get to read books 2 and 3 because I waited. Before reading book 2, I wanted to wait and have the third one in my hand before I started it. So really, really super excited. Again, love how the covers are. It's white, red, and black, like the white London, red London, black London. Very cool. And if you've been following my channel from the beginning, I have one of my earliest videos is my favorite science fiction and fantasy novels. And I will actually link to that up here for those who may not have seen it. It's me, a neophyte booktuber, one of my earliest ones. And I mention in there the Chronicles of Thomas Covenant by Stephen R. Donaldson. This is one of my absolute favorite fantasy series of all time. Definitely top 5, maybe even top 3. And there was a trilogy that came out in the 70s. And then there was a second trilogy that came out in the 80s. And not too long ago, he finally returned to this story after many, many decades to write the final movement. And he published a 4-book series, is the Last Chronicles of Thomas Covenant. And I finally got around to picking those up. And they are, I think I have these in the correct order, The Ruins of the Earth, Fatal Revenant, Against All Things Ending, and the final book in the Thomas Covenant story, The Last Dark. And I am just super, super excited. I have never read these, and it is time, or very close to time, to read them. I'm going to be reading these. This is a priority for this year. This year will not be over without me having read these last 4 books. So I'm happy to have them. Now, the original 2 trilogies I have in mass market, and I also just repurchased them all 6 on ebook, because why not? Which means I'm going to end up getting these on ebook, and I'm going to end up getting those probably in trade paperback if they're available in trade paperback, because, you know, why not have a complete collection in the same sort of size? And one minor little thing here, a total aside, but publishing companies, why do you do this? Why is book 1 taller than books 2, 3, and 4? I mean, what's with that? Minor little quibble, but it's just, why change the size of a trade paperback in the middle of a series? Who knows? But 2 more books to show you, and these 2 I'm really, really excited about. The first one here I didn't intend to buy, but when I went to Barnes & Noble to get the second one I'm going to show you, I ended up buying this one as well. And this first one here is a book that I've seen many booktubers read, and everyone I've seen who's read it absolutely loves this book. And apparently, I'm just noticing now, it's the first book of a trilogy, which is really cool. Book 1 of the Winter Night Trilogy, and some of you may know who that is already, what that is. And that is The Bear and the Nightingale. This has intrigued me here. This is sort of like this Russian wilderness with a forest and all sorts of things. And they have some really interesting, like, sort of mythologies and stories in Russia. Lots of cool things. And I am really interested in reading this. Super excited. But the book that I have been waiting for, since I first heard about it, I was going to buy it online from Amazon, but then I saw Barnes & Noble actually has a special edition, which includes an exclusive map and annotated chapter. So I figured, why not? And I went to the store to get this specifically when I ended up picking up The Bear and the Nightingale. And that is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, as if I'm pronouncing that right. They killed my mother. They took our magic. They tried to bury us. Now we rise. It's a little blurb on the back. And just, let me look at that cover. Is that not just a absolutely stunning, stunning book cover? And I will take the book jacket off a moment to show what the, I don't know if this is all of them or just the Barnes & Noble edition. I mean, look at that. Very cool. And apparently the map is here. I haven't figured out how to unfold it yet, but there's a whole map. So, really, really excited for this one. And that is my book haul. So, I'm hoping to be back on a regular uploading schedule of Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. We'll see. Work is still extremely hectic. I'm an IT professional by day, so there are times of the year where my workload just intensifies. It just grows exponentially, and all I do is work and sleep for certain periods. And I've been in one of those for like the last 2 months. But I'm happy to be back here. I have so many of your videos I got to start watching as well. I'm sure I've got comments that have piled up. I apologize for not getting to those yet. But I'm going to get back into the swing of things. And I will see you later. Let me know what you think of these books. If you've read any of them, if you've heard of any of them, let me know in the comments. I will see you in your comments as well for the other booktubers out there who watch this. And I am Charles, this is SirBookSage. Happy reading.